This is State Farm agent Jason Hardy coming to you today with the Junction City Dragons. Jason Hardy, State Farm Player of the Week. And this week's Player of the Week is junior Brady Penister. Congratulations, Brady. I'll always start off, first off, tell me how it feels for your coaches to recognize you as Jason Hardy, State Farm Player of the Week.
I mean, it feels great. I mean, me and my team worked towards it. I mean, we prepared for Smackover. I didn't really expect to get Player of the Week, but I just went out there and just did my good deeds, really, for my team, get us to win.
All right. You go out and do your job, and good things happen, right?
Yes, sir.
Love it. That's great. Congratulations again. Now, before we got started, you and Coach Ball were giving me some stats here, so let me go ahead and read these off. So you threw 2 passes. You had 2 completions for 27 yards. You had 13 carries for 110 yards from your running back spot, 2 touchdowns.
Yes, sir.
And then from your linebacker spot, you had 4 tackles and 1 tackle for a loss. Man, is there anything that you didn't? Did you drive the bus to the game? Is there anything you didn't do?
No, sir. Really, they put a whole lot on me, so I just had to take that load and just go with it.
All right. Well, again, congratulations. That's some really good production, man. You said they put a load on you. Do you feel busy during a game like that? Does it feel like you're always just what's next? You know,
it feels very busy because when like a player like Dominique Grimes go down, you have to be the number one, like next up. So basically, yes, it feels very busy because you're gonna get the ball basically.
Right. And you mentioned that you did have some players that were out. So that next guy up mentality did have to kind of come into play there, and you brought that up. Tell me about so the transition from running back to linebacker to you're gonna have to tell me about these completions now. Did you take the snap, or was that a flea flicker type play?
No, so I took the snap from the quarterback position.
Okay, so you played quarterback too. So you quarterback, running back, linebacker. All right.
Sir.
So was that tell me about those plays? Was those like wildcat style plays?
It was wildcat style plays. We had ran it out of our playbook, and I had to throw it. I had to really throw it to somebody, and then I just threw it.
So did you make up your mind before you got the snap? I'm throwing this ball.
Yes.
I'm throwing it.
Yes.
All right. They're going to give me a chance to play quarterback. I'm going to show off my arm.
Yeah, I threw it. It wasn't really too hard for me, but
okay.
I threw it.
So it wasn't a hard decision for you. I'm just going to tuck this and run it. Nah, I'm throwing it.
It was just like backyard football. I'm just going to throw the ball and hope he catches.
Throw it up and let your receiver run under it,
yes,
right?
Sir.
Good deal. But it's fun to play like that, right?
Yes, sir.
It is, no doubt about it. So when the coaches dial up a play like that and you're in the huddle and you hear that play call come in, what goes through your mind?
Me personally, nothing really goes to my mind. I just tell my line and just block. We got to play as a team right now, and then if y'all lead me, then I get to follow behind y'all. We all make each other look good.
Okay, all right. So there's not a play that comes in that makes your heart go a little bit faster. That says,
no,
okay, that's the play call I've been waiting on. There's not that play.
No, sir, not really, because I know we all can score. Like at any time we get ready, I know when it's my time, I know what I can do with the ball, and I know what my teammates can do with the ball.
Man, all right. So, defensive side of the ball, 4 tackles, a tackle for a loss from the linebacker spot. Being in the backfield on the offensive side of the ball, and then going to the linebacker spot, is there something that you're looking for? Is there something that you're reading from that linebacker spot that you would be doing if you were in the backfield? Tell me a little bit about that.
Really, okay. If I'm at linebacker and the running back said running back, I'm looking at his eyes. If he's not looking dead at me, I know he's getting the ball. If he's looking dead at his quarterback or dead at the ball or dead at his line, I know he's getting the ball, regardless. And then I just shoot straight through the gap, and then I get him, or I set up my teammates for the tackle.
Right. So setting up your teammates for the tackle, what's that like? Tell me what that looks like when you shoot that gap and you don't get the tackle, but you're setting up your teammates. How does that work?
Okay, so if I'm at linebacker, outside linebacker, I know I got to set the edge. So when I set the edge, I shoot my arm, block destruction. Then the running back cuts inside instead of going outside, because when he cuts outside, he's going into me. But he cuts inside, he's going into my D lineman and my extra linebackers. So that's how I really set them up for it. And most of the time, they're not going to run to me. So they cut inside, and then that makes my teammates' stats better.
I love that. That's great. Coach Ball, let me get you in here a little bit now. That sounded like a coach, setting the edge, pushing the runner inside, keeping contained. Do players talk like that? or come on, that sounded like a coach.
Yeah, I mean, that's the idea, right? We want guys that are coaches on the field. And Brady, he's a junior, but he started as a sophomore last year for us, both sides of the ball again, in different positions, with different levels of competition. And what you get out of it, what manifests as a refined young man. He's got young man qualities about him. You can tell he's excited when he's talking. He's dialed in, though. This guy is the most dialed in guy we have on our roster, regardless of anything outside. And he has a lot of stuff that works against a young man with talent and with intellect. But he never puts himself first. He always puts the team first. And when you do that, other people's jobs, and you've been thrown into the fire early. The lucrative part is you grow, and he's grown so much, and we're proud of him and the way he's leading us on and off the field.
Fantastic. Brady, you hear your coach talk about you like that. Tell me what goes through your mind when you hear somebody, it's got to feel good, right?
Yes, sir. It feels good because I know that's how my parents raised me. A lot of times, don't put yourself first. Put the people that's like on your team. Basically, my dad always taught me, be a team player. Don't just focus on yourself. Just don't put yourself first. Put your teammates first. Like if a lineman, when a lineman's running, they're always gonna be the last person. Go back and get them, and just put like God first and everybody.
Good stuff, man. I love to hear that. So, Coach also mentioned something there, knowing everybody else's job. Tell me about that. Do you know the job of the offensive lineman? Do you know the job of the defensive lineman?
Yes, sir. A lot of times on defense, I know everybody's job, and on offense, I know what they're supposed to do. So when they mess up, I know I can correct them.
All right, and that's leadership right there.
Yes, sir.
How do you come about that? How do you gain that kind of knowledge to know? I mean, there's 11 people on each side of the ball. That's a lot of stuff to keep up with. A lot of moving parts. How do you gain that kind of knowledge and that kind of ability to see what everybody else's job? Because I'm taking you never played offensive line, right?
No, sir, I never played offensive line.
Okay, all right. So where did that come from?
It came from really always coming up. You always had to know like what my brothers had to do. I always had to know because I always had to correct them. So it just always clicks in my mind, know what everybody's doing. Like when me and my dad's trained, my dad said, I want you to know something about every position on this field. It was down the offensive lineman, down to the kicker, know what he's supposed to do. So that's why I always, like in Junction, they give us playbooks. So you got to memorize that playbook, got to know everything everybody's doing. So that makes me responsible as a young man to just sit there and just study what everybody's doing. So in the game, if they mess up, I know I can correct them, but go about it like a little different way, pull them to the side, tell them, oh, you messed up right here. Like we can do that to fix this so we can win this game.
And I hope your parents are listening to this, get a chance to listen to this, because as much as you've referenced them, as I know as a parent, man, I wonder sometimes, my kids listening to me? You've repeated a few things your parents have said. You've been listening, man. Congratulations. Yes, no, that's great, man. That is really, really good stuff. So tell me something about Brady Penister off the football field. What do you like to do when you're not playing football?
Oh man, I go to church, and then I spend time with my girlfriend and just play the game.
Okay, play the game.
I play like my PS5 and stuff like that with my friends.
All right, okay. What's your favorite video game?
Grand Theft Auto 5.
Grand Theft. Okay, all right. I've gotten a different answer from so many different guys. All right. Well, congratulations again to Junction City Dragons, Brady Penister, for being named the Jason Hardy State Farm Player of the Week. Got an open week this week, is that right?
Yes, sir.
So tell me a little about, just really quickly, is that a week off in your mind? I know the answer to that. Is that a week off? Coach isn't going to let you have a week off. What does the open week look like?
A lot of recovery for your body, getting more refined, getting more fundamentally sound.
Okay.
Basically.
All right. Coach loves to hear that. I know that's what he's got in mind for you, for your team. And again, congratulations to Brady Penister for being named Jason Hardy State Farm Player of the Week. Gentlemen, enjoyed having you today.
Thank you.
Pleasure.